Hey guys, what's going on? Jarred-Garneau here, and this is my weekly Friday guitar lesson. For those of you guys that have not checked in yet, I release these every week, and it revolves around my slide guitar and improvisational abilities. And yeah, welcome. So before I get into today's lesson, let's just talk about a few things. So the first thing I want to talk about is I want you guys to sign up for my newsletter. Let me just turn my phone on focus mode real quick. Sign up for my newsletter, and it's gonna be a monthly newsletter, and it's gonna revolve around my lesson videos and my slide guitar soloing abilities and everything. So it's gonna include things like a lesson video or a tab or a special song or backing track, things of that nature. It's going to be a little different every month, but I'm going to make it a monthly thing for those of you guys who sign up. Okay. So the other thing is, if you look in the description of this video, you're going to see links to donate to this page. It's PayPal and Venmo. I put down there. So it's just simply just to help this page. I do not accept any endorsements, not yet and currently, and everything I do for this page is for free. So any little bit helps. It just helps me continue my career as a musician. I am a working musician, and one of my goals down the road is to open my own Patreon page and build my own music school revolving around slide guitar and my improvisational abilities. So if you sign up for that, that's helping me make that possible. It's helping me pay for the extra bedroom in my apartment, which I currently am using as a studio to teach students out of, and just my overall career as a musician. It's not going to affect me whether you donate or not. It's not going to affect whether I release these videos. I'm going to do these videos no matter what, because I love teaching you guys, and I love supplying you guys with great content, but I just wanted to put that out there. Any little bit helps, so I greatly appreciate it. And then the last thing is, towards the end of the video, I'm going to be releasing a special bonus tip or a bonus fact, and that's to help my retention for my videos, just because I notice a lot of people are dipping out early, which is fine, because I think it's a pretty niche thing I'm teaching. So I can understand if you just kind of want to listen to solos while you wouldn't stay around for an entire lesson video. I completely get that. But for those of you guys that are interested, I'm leaving a bonus tip or a bonus fact towards the end of the video for you guys that have actually stuck around for the entire video. But yeah, so that is it for today's intro for the lesson. I almost said that's it for today's lesson. That'd be kind of a ripoff. But so today's lesson, we're going to talk about incorporating rubato into your playing. So if you haven't noticed yet, I talk a lot about time feel and rhythm, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that when we're playing, blues and slide guitar, a lot of it is just based around pentatonic scales, mixing your major and minor pentatonic scales. The harmony's nothing too crazy. And a lot of the material that Derek plays over, or Dwayne, it's really their phrasing and their rhythm that makes their playing as awesome as it is. So anyways, let's just take a lick, and let's actually start with a fundamental. So the fundamental we're talking about today is playing on the beat, behind the beat, and in front of the beat. Because when I was listening to Elmore James's "Sky Is Crying" and I was transcribing it, and I was having a hard time at first because Elmore James is playing the correct rhythms, but what he's doing is he's either playing behind the beat or ahead of the beat, or mixing the two, so it makes it really hard to figure out the exact rhythms he's playing a lot of times, just because it's just like he's kind of doing eighth notes, he's kind of doing triplets, but he's pushing ahead, pulling it back a little bit, so it makes it difficult to transcribe. So let's just talk about the fundamentals. So I'm just taking out my metronome and I'm setting it to 60. So level 1, we're going to call the first part level 1, is called bearing the metronome. And this is a term that was taught to me on how to play exactly with the click. So the idea is we're going to play so exact with the click, we're essentially going to bury the metronome with our clapping. So put my hands down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's called burying the metronome, or just playing exactly on time with it. Now we're going to play slightly ahead. Okay, so I'm going to still play quarter notes. I'm going to still play with every click, but I'm just going to be slightly ahead of the click. So it's almost going to sound like a double. It's going to be like ta-ta, ta-ta. So let's see. Might take me a second, but 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I was just slightly ahead of the metronome. I'm talking just like a millisecond or a smidge. So now we're going to play behind the metronome. We're dragging the beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I was just basically clapping right after the click on each one. So you know, there's playing with the metronome, ahead of it, and then behind it. And you know, if you're playing on top of the beat, you know, that's just like directly in the middle, of course. If you're playing ahead of the beat, that's going to make the song feel a little bit more frantic, or you're pushing ahead. And if you're playing behind the beat, you're going to sound more relaxed, is the overall effect. So you can incorporate that into your playing. So let's take a lick like let's see. Let's just do like yeah, something like triplets like that. So I'm going to play triplets, and we're just going to play exactly with the metronome. So it'd be triplet, 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 triplet. So that was exactly with the click. Now we're going to rush it a little bit. So I kind of wavered in and out, but you could hear I was still playing triplets each time, but I was just pushing ahead of the beat a little bit. So let's try dragging, okay? So triplet, 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 triplet. So you can hear I was behind the beat right there. So, and then eventually what you want to do is just be able to mix the two. So I'm going to start in time, and then I'm going to gradually push ahead and then drag it back a little bit. And you can hear the difference. So 1, 2, triplet, triplet. So that's on top. That's ahead. Now I'm going to drag it. Mess up. Lost it for a second. So I'll start in time again, and then I'll drag it. So. Now I'm going to drag it. So, and then, you know, you could go beyond that. Like something a buddy of mine showed me years ago that kind of changed my thinking on how to improvise is just... So you can stretch it as much as you want. You can speed up your phrase. You can slow it down literally as much as you want. It's more, coming in on time and then coming out on time is really what matters. So it's like the beginning and the end where you have to, be really conscious of your time coming in and out. So anyways, that's it for today's lesson, guys. I appreciate... one last thing. So one thing I wanted to mention as my little bonus tip, I just saw my notes and it just reminded me of it. So I watched Derek Trucks' interview this week with Rick Beato, and he just brought up some of his earlier influences, and which I love. And he brought Booker White and Elmore James, and it's been a while since I listened to him, so I thought it was a good thing to refresh on that. And watching Booker White reminded me that Booker White is actually B.B. King's cousin, and he's older. He was like an older cousin of B.B. King, but he was a slide player, and that's notable because when B.B. King talks about how he developed his signature vibrato, he said he modeled it after his cousin Booker White. So B.B. King's vibrato is actually based off of a slide player's vibrato. But yeah, so that's today's bonus fact today for you guys. So I hope you enjoy that. I think it's cool. I'm definitely a geek for that sort of thing. But anyways, yeah, just to recap, keep on subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Like, comment, share with your friends, share with your guitar friends that you think would be interested. Sign up for my newsletter, donate if you can. And yeah, I will see you guys next Friday around the same time. So hope you stay cool until then. I know it's pretty hot everywhere around the country, so hope everyone's chilling their ACs. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week.